That goes by. People always ask me why I block holes. Listen up, baby girl, shit, I'm about to let you know why I always gotta block holes. Whoa, 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 whoa. They talking shit up in my comments. Yeah, they don't know, but I'm about to block them. Cause every day I block holes. They be being shady, yeah. Whoa, 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 whoa. Cause you know I block holes, baby. In different area codes, baby. You never know, but I block.
Hey y'all, happy Friday. What is up, everybody? Shout out to y'all. Thank y'all for being tuned in on this good old Friday. It is the end of a very long work week, and I am excited for the weekend. I got plans tomorrow. I'm going on vacation next weekend. I can't wait. Ooh, I need this break, child. I need this break. But anyways, how y'all doing? Thank y'all for y'all patience. This is an impromptu live. So we just gonna do a little dialogue and we just gonna feed off of each other's energy. It ain't too much going on in these YouTube streets, but it's a little going on. It ain't too much going on, but it's a little going on. But anyways, how y'all doing? How y'all feeling? What's tea, baby? What's tea? Let me see who we got up in here. Cause y'all know when I throw these lives up, we gotta give our people a chance to get in the building. Hey Terry bro, thank you for the copyright. Miss Geraldine, Latae in the building, Miss Cynthia, my girl Sweet Queen, of course. Shout out to you. Thank you for holding down the chat. Kiera, Infinity Lips and Lashes, Miss Love Mel, Slim Thick in the building. Who else? Miss Lovely, Miss Witty. We got Savy, Angela B in the building. Who else? K Monet. We got Miss Michelle Spike. Let me see. You changed me, then made her way over here. T in the building, Demetria, Miss Jackie, Miss Rebecca, Nita M, Miss Nina, fixing my crown, Miss Ashley, Minnie in the building, Miss Deborah. Who else? Let me see. Hi Lisa, sweetly favored. Fifi in the building, Miss Patricia, love cats. We got Christmas, Jaquita. Okay, shout out to y'all. Hey Kissy girl. Y'all know how it go. Whenever I throw these lives up here, and I just threw this one up here, child. We gotta give our people a chance to come in the building. But anyways, what y'all up to? What's tea, y'all? What's tea? What's tea outside of Sleepy over there? Then turn his whole platform into RH platform. If you ain't careful, you might mistakenly think you're on Latruth's platform. I don't know what then gave him a change of heart, but baby, listen, whew, that man be on his mind. Something in the milk ain't clean, child. I don't know what's going on, y'all, but he got it out. That's what it's giving. He definitely got it out. What y'all think about that? Let me see what this. Okay, yeah, what y'all think about that? Like, hey, Miss Sandra, Miss Jen in the building. What's up, my love? Like, what is going on, y'all? Like, what? Why do y'all feel? I seen a few people saying they feel like he's on payroll, right? So who else thinking like that? Y'all really think he's on payroll, or it's another reason why he just? Because I don't. But you know what? I can say this. Hey, Michaela, I can say this based off of that last post he made, which was the one today. The if you look in them comments, baby, it's starting to turn. At first, his comments would be a lot of people dragging RH, right? But now it's definitely starting to turn. Because from what I seen, it was more negative. Well, not I ain't gonna say negative, but more so in RH's favor than Sleepy's favor because it, it's different when you dealing with men and women when it comes to social media, right? Women more so can get a pass because we known to be catty, a little messy here and there. We be looking for the tea and talking about it. But when it's men, like I don't know, not so much. Like it's a difference when it's I don't know, y'all. What y'all think? Because I'm confused. Like it's not a good look on his end because why are you doing it? And I think it's more so not a good look because you're claiming to be some type of prophet or worker of God, gathering sheep, bringing them to Christ. I don't know what Bible thumper, Israelite. I don't know what he claiming to be, but it's not given. It's not given what he wants it to give. And then he tries to attach scriptures to him dragging RH. Like, make that make sense. How can you even put God in the midst of that? If he was doing it genuinely and not adding profanity to certain posts, you got him cussing at people in the comments. Like, then that'll be see what he's a different person now, y'all. Because if y'all remember when he first got into the saga or whatever, he wasn't doing all that. You didn't see him cussing at people in the comments, responding back, cussing them out or whatever. You didn't see none of that. Like he would respond with a scripture or something like that. But now it's like he getting his feet and hands dirty. So I'm wondering what's really good. What's really going on? Like is has the narrative changed? Has the goal that was intended has that changed? Because something ain't right. It's not giving what it initially gave, basically. I don't know. But they tearing them up in the comments under that last post. They like, what we doing here? Even some of his people, like, I came here because you was positive, you was given the word, and now it's like all of your posts are about this man. They ain't coming to your page to see RH, baby. The only ones that you gonna get that's gonna tune in for that and that's going to participate in that is the RH haters. That's it. The people who genuinely support you, they don't want to see you talking about another man every day. They like to compare, and this is my thing, y'all, because it's the hypocrisy for me. They quick to compare and say, "Oh, y'all talk about Brie all day, every day, duh, 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 duh." But it's not the same thing. I'm doing content over here. I'm speaking for myself. I'm doing content, and I don't talk about her every day because I'm not on here every day, child. One, plus this is a job for me, and two, it's not the same because if it was, then why aren't y'all judging him? Keep the play, y'all. Every day he has made a post about RH, but he not getting that energy. Oh, why you keep talking about this man? But they quick to come over here and say, oh, why y'all keep talking about her? Make it make sense, please. Thank you, sweet queen. I forgot. If y'all would like to bless me monetarily, y'all can cash out me $, Lupac1. You can also buy me a coffee. Shout out to all my coffee people. You can also support the platform by getting a super chat or a super sticker. I do have a goal set, y'all. It's not mandatory, but it is appreciated because it contributes to my revenue of this live stream. Please, y'all, watch those ads as they come through. Please do not skip them. Please, please, please. I cannot stress that enough. um, Shout out to all my members, especially my newest members. Welcome to the team. It's a lot of content over there. I did spill some tea on that last members only live, and I will have an update for y'all soon. Coming with that, what we talked about on that members live. I'm gonna update y'all soon on that. But definitely hit that like button, y'all, because that's free. You can't beat free, baby. Free is free, okay? So run them likes up. Let me see. Let me see what y'all talking about. Let me see. Because I want this to be a chat participation live. I want to know how y'all feel about all of this. Because it's getting weird at this point. it's kind of given that she got him doing this. Even that's kind of validating the whole him getting paid. Which that's not fact. That's opinion because we don't have no receipts to prove that. But it looks like is it in my opinion, it's kind of feeling like she got him doing that to it kind of takes the heat off of her in a sense, if that makes sense, y'all. Kind of takes the heat off of her and what she got going on. It's like a distraction plot. I don't know. Hey, Miss Nina, fixing my crown. Hey, Miss Jackie. Who else? Let me see. Hey, Michaela. You say he on payroll, maybe because of the upcoming storm power. It could be. It could be. And the fact that he don't think that he's the cause of her being in contempt is what's even crazier. Like, dude, you're making this so easy. The more you talk about the passport situation, the more it validates that contempt. Period. You are considered third party. You're in direct contact with this lady. That's your baby mama. Like y'all share each other's stuff all the time. So I don't know how he feel like he ain't helping her be in contempt. That's what's crazy. You say I think it's an obsession, but she loves it also. Yes, y'all know. You know how she like the back and forth. I don't know if it make her feel like they fighting over her, but if y'all remember, um, it was early on in the saga. It was a long comment that Sleepy put under one of her posts about RH, right? And she screenshot his comment and posted in her story and she said, my baby daddy said what he said. I bet you won't step to him though. So she likes this, y'all. She likes this. And I remember a live that Dawn did. And Dawn was saying how no, take it back. It was alive, but Dawn was showing receipts. And Dawn was showing how um she was, basically liking no, she was mad because Janostrals wouldn't tell RH nothing publicly because of everything that was going on. And how you know it's true is because think about the time she went live saying, one day I'll get somebody who's going to stand in the fire with me and who's going to defend me and not let me burn by myself. Da, 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 right? So that kind of validated the receipts that Dawn put out when she said that she would be so mad at Janashos because he wouldn't tell RH nothing. Because if y'all remember in the beginning, Janashos he wasn't a bad dude. Like not relationship wise, but he wasn't with all the back and forth. He was cool with RH. I don't know how many of y'all know this, but him and RH had spoke on the phone and everything. They was cool. They was cool. He even Janaswas even did a live, y'all, saying calling RH a king and everything. Who remember that? He called him a king and everything. And she did not like that. She did not. She didn't like that, y'all. So you could pretty much see who made the change of events happen. And that's sad because when you're dealing with this type of situation, everybody needs to be mature. Everybody needs to be grown about it. It doesn't benefit the kids when the adults are bickering or beefing back and forth. That's no benefit to the kids, like at all. So, early, if it could go back to how it was, well, which it won't because too much damage has been done. But I bet you if they could do it all over again, they probably would. As far as, before all of this back and forth started, y'all. Not talking about them getting back together because that's not going to happen 6 kids later. It ain't going to happen, baby. Hey, Gracie. Hey, Miss Clarice, my love. Hey, Giselle. Telling people to shut up. Yes. He really didn't change, y'all. Like, I'm like, what is going on? How you go from this to that? Baby, he didn't forgot all about ridiculousness. It's all about RH now. And it's getting to the point where, but you know what? One thing about a fool, like the old people say, a fool gonna be a fool. And you just gotta let him be a fool. And he's going to mess up himself. Just let him do what he do. And I think today was the start of it. Like I said, if you see his post he made today about RH, you can tell there's a shift in the comments. You can tell it's a shift. And if he continue on with this behavior, that's exactly what's going to happen. He's going to keep seeing more comments in RH's favor than, the people that just hate RH and want to contribute to the dragging of him. It's going to watch. It's going to happen. I'm telling y'all. I could tell by the post he made today, because it's like, what's the point now? Like, why are you doing this? I could see if you responding to something that he told you, or or if RH made a post about you or whatever. I could see if you responding to it. But at this point, it's given obsessive, because now you're nitpicking. Now you're finding things on his page to talk about him with, as if you can give him any advice. Y'all, his post today. Let me pull it up so I can tell y'all, child. I feel like we good girlfriends. We talking. Look, my baby message me. Thank you, Miss Clarice, for that cash out blessing, my love. I appreciate you. Hold on, y'all. Let me see what y'all nephew didn't send me, because he's on a school trip right now. Of course, he would send me his food. Me and my oldest son, we got something that we do where anytime we go somewhere, especially if we don't go together, because me and him is some food. Like, we try all the new spots when we go on our mommy son dates. But they had some fancy restaurant. Like I said, he's the type of child. He's an overachiever. And he goes to all of the school events. Like, the teachers always pick him to go compete. So he's on a school trip right now, and they at some fancy restaurant. Let me see where they at. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Let me text my little baby back. 'Cause that look good, child. I know it's salmon because he don't eat nothing else. What is that on top of it? Mushrooms? I don't even know. But it do look good. Thank you again, Miss Clarissa. I appreciate you, my love. Hey, Shark Wig Adventures. Hey, Key. You said he didn't got some BB monkey. Hey, Malibu. Where Sleepy Wife at sounds like payroll to me and his wife. Listen, I wouldn't even say that. I wouldn't say the wife in on it, y'all. And the reason why is because she's not on Facebook. She don't have no Facebook page. I don't even think she's a social media type of person. So I don't think she's seeing what's going on. And another reason why I wouldn't say she's in on it is because a little birdie says she don't care for the baby mom. She don't. Y'all ain't heard that from me. But a little birdie says she don't care for her. It's one thing for her to speak for herself, and it's another thing for her husband to speak for her. Right? Keep that in mind. And let me let me point out some things for y'all. So, have y'all ever, okay, if y'all remember early on in the saga, Laonya would do certain things where, she would basically want to showcase the co-parenting, the perfect co-parenting between her and Sleepy, right? So the time that she did drive to go bring those kids, where did y'all see her pull up at? Somebody let me know. Where was the meetup location, y'all? Hmm, interesting. And any other time, other people had to bring the kids. But yeah, can't pull up to that lady front door, baby. Can't pull up to that lady front door. I don't know about y'all, but I don't care how much time passed. I don't care if I forgave my husband. But once something like that is done, only thing we can be is cordial. That's that's it. If we didn't share the man, if you didn't made a baby with my husband while we were married, allegedly, even though it's not allegedly, we it's nothing. It ain't none of that. We ain't doing none of that. We ain't friendly bobbing. We ain't smiling in each other's face. You deal with him from a distance, but keep that away from me because it's nothing. I couldn't do it. I don't know how many of y'all could do it, but y'all by y'all don't never see no interaction between her and that lady. Y'all remember on that video RH posted with the adoption situation, she called that lady fat? Come on now. How you calling that lady fat, but y'all the best of co-parents? You something in the milk ain't clean. And the lady clearly ain't fat. We didn't see her pictures. But to even call her fat basically shows that it's some type of uh, resentment there, gripe there. I don't know what to call it, but she don't too much care for her either. And it's probably because at one point they were sharing a man. Hmm. Interesting, right? Let me see. What I said I was gonna pull up for y'all. Let me see. Hold on. Oh, okay. I wanted to read something to y'all. Let's see. hmm. Let me put it up. Okay. So my thing is, right? If you going, hey Sierra, hey Sharpwig Adventures, Kim Colby, Brenda Cash in the building, Miss Sherelle, Miss Leslie. I wonder what Sleepy's wife think of him going back and forth with LaTrue. Huh. I think we all wondering that because it's getting a little creepy at this point. You know, it's okay to say something in defense of the kids, but you ain't when you start constantly feeling the need to defend the baby mama, I'm gonna have an issue with that. Okay. And listen, with my situation, but this is how you know you mature. And y'all know I don't tell y'all too much, but I tell y'all some stuff because people tend to, listen to what you say and try to use it against you. But um, with my fiance, baby, his baby mama talked to me. She called me on the phone. They don't talk at all. When she got an issue or anything like that, which their son lives with us, but she talks to me, and we cool. We have no problems. That's what you call maturity, okay? She called me if she have any issue, but that's also what you call respect as well. Because my fiance, that's how he set it up. Like you deal with her, you talk to her, even though it's not an issue to where they can't speak, but that's just our dynamic. Like she talks to me. So I don't see. And then looking at this situation, it's like, why everything is between them? Which some people have their dynamics like that, where the wife or the girlfriend don't want to deal with the baby mama, so they let their baby daddy do all of that. But no, I'm like, we grown. We are grown, baby. I'm. Let me. No, I'm involved. Okay, if I'm your woman, I'm involved. Ain't no just letting you deal with it. We ain't doing that. We ain't, because at some point there was some chemistry there. Y'all made a child. Okay, we ain't doing that. I want to know what's going on too. Hey DEI Crenshaw. Hey Pisces Divine Goddess. Latae said that passport is not expired. That's another lie BB told. She may have lost the passport. I think she did it on purpose. But we know one thing is true about that. She definitely did it on purpose. And I did see the video that RH put up where he was saying that when he went to the Bahamas or whatever, he was saying that the passports are not that old. They got them like a few years ago or something like that. So, who said that passports stay good for like 5 years? Her people is going to be her own demise. Yep. Hey, Brandy. Hey, Miss Marlena. How her so-called fiance is okay with him taking up for her. Listen, that's a whole. We gotta get into it, baby, because that's a whole nother situation, right? If y'all remember, I told y'all a while back that Janashas don't care for either baby daddy or H. Now, initially, he had no issues with RH, but because that one, she had an issue with Janelle being too friendly and, him not speaking up for her on social media. So she stayed at his top about it. And then the Pretty Bree situation came about. And Janashas tried to blame RH for it, like everything else he didn't effed up and did. That's what caused that. gripe or whatever. But he don't like he don't like sleeping. He do not like. If y'all notice, whenever, because I have several receipts where um not only would post something about her and Janostrals, and Janostrals would go in the comments, and then Sleepy would, respond to Janostral's comment, like giving him a, a compliment or something like that, and he wouldn't even respond back. So listen, and if you a member, because I didn't broke it down. I didn't broke this situation down with some tea. So he don't care for him. He do not care for him. While he over there trying to act like this man, all of this stuff ain't happened with this man. I remember him saying, y'all, some of y'all probably remember too, but it was a point where um people were on Sleepish Trail heavy behind when that stuff first came out about uh, the punch in the chest or whatever. People in the comments was at Sleepy's top heavy in his comments, like, are you going to address this? To the point where he had to address it, right? And that's when he said, it takes a village to raise a child. Da, 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 da. Y'all don't know everything that go on behind the scenes, and y'all know how these kids can be. Basically saying the child is troubled, and he has no problem with another man disciplining his child because it takes a village. And he took on the baby mama. So when you take on the baby mama, you take on the kids. Blase, blase, right? So people was at his top real, real heavy about that. But the thing is, he said, because also about, the Janostrals Bruce allegations. They was at him about that too. And one of the things he said was, I'll address, no, he said, I FaceTime my kids every day or something like that. And I'll address it when my BM comes. If she says something, I'll address it. But other than that, my kid's good, she good, whatever. So fast forward, we done seen her come out how many times exposing the man she's currently with for a bruise? At least 3 times now. So at what point do you address it in ridiculousness? Or period? Like, that's how you know it's all fugazi. It's Cap City. It's all child fake plots. It's all calculated because it's no way in HELL I can convince people that I'm serious about certain things or outraged about certain things, but when it comes to something as serious as a Bruce, and even the inkling or the thought of my kids being in an environment that could be abusive, I'm not playing about that. I'm not playing about that. And I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all not playing about that. So it's like, what are we doing here? You got all this smoke for this man who's no longer in the picture. You can literally ignore RH if you feel like he's subbing you or anything of that magnitude. You can ignore him because guess what? The only thing y'all share at this point is a baby mom. That's it. He's not even around your kids anymore. So how is he bothering you that much? He even mentioned y'all people sending him, which I feel like he watching himself. Cause ain't no way people just sending you stuff like you a whole man. Who's sending a man all kind of screenshots in the inbox of another man saying stuff, and you even entertaining it? I feel like he watching it. He probably got RH on post notifications, child, at this point. Because there's no way, y'all. It's no way. You going back and finding old videos that this man did and posting it on your page with a scripture talking about I'm whipping you with the Bible. We can't even understand what you're saying because you refuse to use spell check. How are you? How you teaching? He need to go. He threw a nice shot, little jab at Kevin. He need to go learn from Kevin if you ask me, because the way Kevin teach and break stuff down, baby, you gonna get it. Okay, you can't even put teaching in the same sentence as him, because when you teaching, you're teaching. We all know what the definition of teaching is. It's not just pulling something out the Bible and throwing it on your page. That's not teaching nobody nothing. You have to break things down like you're in a school environment. Like how the teachers break it down for the kids, like how they break down a math problem. That's how you teach. That's how you school. You don't school by pulling a scripture out and throwing it on the same post as the person you saying you're teaching. That's not teaching them, baby. I'm confused. And then to say you teaching a man who literally raised your kids for 6 years is diabolical. So he posted, y'all. um, He posted, "Ayo, now I'm concerned." Laughing emoji. First you were looking at my lips. Now you are posting Ross dancing to your song, Drop It Low. Hey, they showing me. That's literally how he typed it. No spell check, no nothing. He said, "Hey, they showing me the subliminals you are making. It's all good. More you do, the more I'm keeping whopping you with the scripts." Then he put, oh Lord, he put First Corinthians 6. Know ye not that the unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of God? Question mark. Be not deceived, neither fornicators, peep this, y'all. Make sure y'all clock this part. Neither fornicators, nor idolaters, nor adulterers, nor effeminate, with the little GAY symbol, nor bruisers of themselves with mankind. The hypocrisy is at an all-time high in this saga, I swear. If secondhand embarrassment was a person, it would be me. I don't know how I got myself intertwined into I wonder, I wonder if they taking applications in the section 8 sector, even though I don't get section 8, because at this point anything is better than this sector. Baby, listen. The, he literally goes against everything he speaks of. That's how you know he's Cap City, and he can't be taking this serious. Even the Bible, because you definitely know something about adultery, sir. You you definitely know something about the fornication, okay? And you most definitely know something about the bruising part. So the fact that you can cast unrighteous judgment upon this man for alleged statings because you have no proof to back up the scripture that you trying to throw on him is crazy work. Make it make sense. That scripture relates more to you than RH. RH ain't over here committing adultery with nobody, but you might can relate to that in your past. I'm so weak, y'all. Like, oh, child. And you know what's crazy? They start tanning manure in the comments saying it's giving the GAY more so with you than him, because why are you constantly posting this man and what he's doing? Like, I'm confused. He act like Rick Ross was on the stage dropping it low. The only thing he posted was you could tell it's a voiceover, y'all. But Rick Ross was on stage performing, and RH just posted his music to it. Like, stop. I hate when people try to make something more than what it is. At this point, he grasping at straws. He just pulling at straws, trying to find anything, or like they say, throw something against the wall and hope it sticks. So this is what we doing now. This is what we doing. This is what you call teaching your flock. This is how you're teaching your flock. This is how you bringing them to God by trolling. Because I'm confused. If that's the case, I would want no parts, baby. I wouldn't want no parts. And that's why I said, y'all, just chill. Just relax because slowly but surely he's going to start losing those followers. They gonna stop. They gonna start because it was one lady who asked him a simple question. Let me see if I can find that comment. Hold on, y'all. And the crazy part is she was actually his supporter. He better be careful because the people he's snapping back at now, he's thinking that there are eight supporters, but it's actually his supporters. Because the lady said, she said, I came to your page. Let me see if I can find that comment. Hold on, y'all. Oh, let me read something to y'all. Maybe I can get to it. Uh, it's kind of suspect to watch somebody that you don't care for that closely. I mean, I'm just saying. And then somebody said, "Don't waste your time." Wait, no, hold on. You're obsessed with RH. It's sad that man not bothering you. Somebody said, "Rainbow bright. Your closet is ready." Oh Lord, let me see. Hold on. Um, God is not the author of confusion, and I'm offended. You have sold your soul for a dollar sign, but you praise a man that did harm to your son and turn around and hate the man that put food on the table for your son. Our life is supposed to be an example of godliness. There is nothing godly about your lifestyle. Whoever your leader is, he is not a good leader. True Israelite could not hold a position in the organization if he don't support his children. I speak today as a defender of the Most High God. You are wrong for your actions, how you publicly conduct yourself. You are wrong to be controlled by your baby mama to continue to do the work of the devil. You are wrong to show the world you hate another black man because someone else told you to hate them. I come as a defender of righteousness. Woe unto you for putting my holy and righteousness God in mess. Woe unto you until your freshly asked God get no glory out of this. You are, wait, hold on, y'all. You are the one that claimed to be a righteous man. I can't judge it if I don't see you. If I don't, wait, hold up. If I don't see it, you are wrong. You're the one who is supposed to come in peace. You're the one who's supposed to try and bring peace in the midst of confusion. Instead of you speaking against division, you are joining force with everything that the Most High is against. So please take my God out of your mouth and come in the name of Satan, the one you are patterning your life after. Please stop shaming the Most High name. I came in peace and I leave in peace. Shout out to Miss Flo because she left that comment. Okay? Shout out to you, Miss Flo. Let him know he doing a little too much. Um, but it was one comment, y'all. It was a lady that was his supporter. I'm trying to find it. Let's see. But he snapped on her. Dang, I wish I could find that comment. Because he snapped on her. Wait, you seem to be the one. Somebody say you seem to be the one that's sus. And then somebody say, you mad Ross not listening to your Bible verses, you fraud. Out of the closet for sure. Let me see. Somebody say, why you to have that same energy for Janelle? He punched your son in the chest. Remember, you're scared of Janelle because you know he will punch you too. Boy, they was tearing him up, y'all. They was tearing him up. Somebody say, and that's the point. Your obsession with this man is weird as F. Shaking my head. I'm convinced you're never mind. So I can't find it, but it was a lady who commented under this post and she told him, I came to your page because you were a positive person, and you were, showing people the way to God or whatever, something along those lines, not verbatim. So uh he ended up snapping on the lady and told her I think he said go back over there or you don't have to be here, something like that. So she replied back and said I was a supporter of yours, But you're right. I don't have to be here. So I will unfollow. That's why I say he's going to start losing his own supporters behind this foolishness. Because you don't have to be doing this, sir. Like, you don't have to do this. Whether RH, wait, what is this? Oh, shoot. Whether RH is posting subliminals or whatever. He even him saying people sending me screenshots of you subbing or what. First of all, a sub can only be relative if the shoe fits. Only you can make that, and are your people, because if they sending it to you, clearly that's how they feel about you, because they're making it about you. Subs don't have no name on it, baby. I don't know when people gonna learn this. Subs don't have no name on it. So the only way it could be about you is if you make it about you. Or the people that's bone carrying make it about you. So when RH says something like, it's a bitter baby daddy that's real scorned, that's using my name for clout, and he got lips like this with fake jewelry and da 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 da, and people screenshot it and bring it to you. Oh Lord. Follow me, y'all. I'm going somewhere. If they screenshot that as your supporters and bring that to you, clearly that's how they feel about you. Because it's not what they call you, it's what your answer to be. Listen, Linda, like, make it make sense. Like, y'all, am I tripping? I would be offended. Like, how y'all know he was talking about me? I am so weak. Oh my God. Come on now. Like, how y'all know? First of all, he didn't say no name. So y'all just gonna make the shoe fit? That's what they did. They made it fit, baby. They they made it fit, la love. I am so weak. Let me see what y'all talking about in the comments. Make sure y'all hitting the like button for your girl alive. Giselle said, I bet Sleepy never heard RH hitting or being a Brewster his children like that. Trying to tell her. I remember Pac, he respected RH, wanted her to be happy. Yep, so did. He was the same, this the same man who advised her, stay in your marriage and make it work. Remember? Remember, she came out here and said she would be calling him. How many times I called you about the Bruce with Robert? And what you said? And he said, the counsel I gave you, stay in your marriage, make it work. First of all, ain't no man on God's green earth in their right mind, emphasis and all caps on in their right mind, is going to tell the mother of his kids to stay in a marriage and make it work if they are in the known about a Bruce, especially with the kids in the same house. Ain't no way. That's when I ain't gonna know, not when I first, but that was a strong reason why I knew it was cap. And a lot of people also, because I remember TikTok going crazy after they came out. They was like, he told her to stay with him. They said that didn't turn out how she wanted it to turn out. Because it's no way. Ain't no way if it's really happening, if you really being physically. That's when I knew it wasn't no physical abuse attached to what she was telling him. Because if it was, he wouldn't have told her that. How does that even sound? Oh, he blacked my eye. He threw me. He drugged me down the hall. He did this. He pulled my wig off. He put my head between the washer and the dryer. Well, stay in your marriage. Make it work. That's your husband. He's providing for you financially. And my cheering too. Stay in that marriage, girl. Don't let that good man go. Come on, y'all. Listen. Something just ain't right. It's no way. Same man who told her to stay with that's a good man, Savannah, in my sleepy voice. Same man who told her to stay with her husband and make it work is the same man who is now posting this man, trolling this man every single day on his Facebook page. Child, listen, the unthinkable has happened in this saga, okay? And not to mention, they are currently, allegedly, according to Queen Fee, they are currently not being protected in 2025. But you got the audacity to put your attention on a man that she's no longer with. I'm confused. I would be worried about what's going on now, the well being now, and not the past, which is great. But you know what? It ain't just him because it's a lot more. You know, they quick to tell us to get over it. It's old. Stop talking about it as if this girl ain't just came out less than 4 months ago and exposed your nostrils for being in a bruiser. But certain people are still dragging RH for how he yawned and his legs being small, how he eat, how he dress, how he paired. He being dragged for everything but a bruise. Okay? But now she let us know she validated the fact that Janashos isn't a bruiser for social media and it's crickets. Nobody got nothing to say. That's the part I don't understand. How can y'all even still drag RH when he's not even with her no more? We have more reason to do content on her because she's in a totally different relationship now where she manifested her a bruiser. They then broke up, got back together, broke up, got back together, broke up, got back together. And all in the midst of all of that, she was exposing him on social media to the world, telling us, all of us, because we all been in this group chat together, spread it all over. Go to TikTok. Go to Snapchat. I don't give a F. But we need to stop doing content. We ain't the ones that's stuck in the past. The only time I even mention RH is if it's something current or I need to compare for a pattern of behavior. Other than that, it's not even about him anymore. So I don't understand why it's still being made about him. It's so much content within the Janashos and the Laonia saga till it's crazy. It's like what nobody stand for what's right anymore. I'm confused. Oh, she took him back. It's all good. But so just forget about the very alarming statements that she made about this man. That's like you turning a blind eye to somebody who just got in an accident on the side of a road and nobody else is there, and somebody got uh somebody flew out the windshield. That's a bad description, but y'all get what I'm saying. And you turned a blind eye to it. And it's basically a SOS sign written all over it. Like, oh, I'ma just leave that person there. After you didn't seen what happened. You seen the accident. You seen them fly out the windshield. Like you seen it all. Even though we ain't seen it all, we seen the receipts. So, metaphorically speaking, we seen the receipts. She came out, she posted text messages, she showed ring door camera, all of that. All of that. And it was crickets. Well, not from us, because we have been We've been telling y'all what's going on since before she posted it, okay? Because the friends came out and told before she did. But it's just the fact, like, I never thought I would see the day that social media would turn into this much of a joke, y'all. To where the outrage is backwards. I never thought I'd see the day. I'm so confused. It's like, where they do that at? Since when people play with a Bruce like that? Or downplay it? I don't get it. Hold on, y'all. Let me put my fan on. Since when is it okay to make a Bruce a mockery? So if this girl was to, and I'm not hoping for it or anything like that. I'm just saying, if this girl was to come out and say, or come out with pictures of something that recently happened, because you know when you're dealing with an abuser, they have moments where they're good, and then once you set them off, all hell breaks loose. That's the cycles of abuse. They're gonna give you good days and then they're gonna give you bad days. They're gonna give you good days and then they're gonna give you bad days. And you as a woman, because you're a woman and women love harder than men, you hold on to those good days even in the midst of the bad ones, knowing that relationship is no good for you. You hold on to it in hopes that he would stay within the good days. But it don't happen. It don't happen because it only takes that one moment, that one hot second for you to do or say something to set him off, and he's right back to where he was before. Especially if he haven't got any help. So I'm confused. Like, what are these people going to say if this girl? Because we know she has a habit of bringing everything to social media. Now, I really do believe she's going to go a good period of time this time before she actually comes out with anything. Just because we already know that, she goes out her way to prove us wrong, or, whatever. So if she was to come out here and something terrible happened, I wonder how these ladies gonna feel. That's a real question. I wonder how they gonna feel knowing that they ignored it, they didn't advocate, they went with the flow, they enabled behaviors. Like, who, child, listen, I don't want nobody's BLOOD on my hand. Period. Because I've been there. I've been in that cycle. I know how it goes. And a lot of y'all in the chat know also. Because there's a lot of women within this saga that are victims slash survivors. So we all know, and the crazy part is a lot of those women who support her been there. Because that's why a lot of them latched on to this storyline, because they could relate as far as the DV. So they enable it and say, oh, he changed, he did a 360. That's impossible. Especially when you ain't get the help to even change. That man ain't go to no therapist. Y'all don't remember her posting the text messages just less than 4 months ago where he was manipulating her in the messages and saying, the therapy is at the back of my mind right now. What's at the front is, you fixing that post on social media, in so many words. Like, what? So therapy is at the back of your mind as far as us fixing this relationship and you getting help with your trauma that you're bringing into this relationship and bruising me behind. Therapy is in the back of your mind, but social media is in the front. Child, listen, they better wake up. And that's why I always say I would hate for it to be one of their daughters or one of their sons. Because I advocate for both, baby. I have both. I have two sons, a bonus son, and I have a daughter. So I advocate on both sides of the fence. because I wouldn't want my son or daughter to be in this situation. This is crazy, y'all. This is crazy. Like when you when you involve people in your business to this magnitude, and y'all know what I mean when I say that because she didn't overshare too much, too much. Like the fact that she was outside of this man's house, crashing out, even on the phone with her friends, and her friends telling her to hang up, get off live, talk to us, talk to us. I'm not done talking yet. I'm not done talking yet. Y'all, I say y'all told me not to save him, and I saved him. I saved him. As if that was an excuse to be on live crashing out in front of thousands of people because they had a good hot bow wow on that live stream on Instagram that she did when she wanted that ring baby to the point where your daddy had to. Now I see. Y'all remember when Dawn posted the audios of her sister Zanadia talking, and the sister was saying, they that the other siblings be mad about her dad giving her so much attention, but then she also said they know why, because of the way she acts. She needs that attention. Like like she was laying it on the line. Her own sister. She was laying it on the line. Like, you don't care about your other grandkids. You got other grandkids that you don't spend no time with. It's all about her and her kids, and baby, she laid it on the line. So when people be like, "Oh, I wonder how the other family feels in this and that," child, you be surprised because that sister put it on the floor, and it's another family member. I ain't gonna say no names, but it's another family member that be in the chat, and y'all don't even know about it. And I'm talking about a close relative, be close, close, that be in our chats, and y'all wouldn't even know because they don't agree with the foolishness. They was literally, when all of this started, they was on RH's side because they know what time it is. Child. Ooh. Hey, Miss Ilka. Hey, Brittany. Hey, Cancer 66. Yes, y'all. Run them lights up. We having girl talk and guy talk because we got a few fellas in the live also. Y'all know I fox with y'all too. Okay. Hey, Rise, my love. Sleep is intimidated by art. It's giving that. It's really giving that. And y'all know I would have respected him more. And that's why I say, because I feel like I'm fairly fair. It's hard to be unbiased, and no blogger is unbiased. I could tell y'all that right now. So when y'all be saying, "Oh, y'all biased," all bloggers are biased. Period. Period. All bloggers are biased to a certain extent. And that's because we're human. That's because we're human. But um, what was I gonna say? Hey, Nana Karen. I'm trying to think what I was gonna say, y'all. I forgot that fast, y'all. But let me go down the comments. Maybe I remember. Hey, True Slayer. You would think someone would have told her what he's doing at the gas station. Yep, they met at that gas station. And y'all ready? Listen, if y'all know, y'all know. Hey, Krisha, what's up, my love? I'm just seeing you if you still in here. If y'all just coming in, y'all, I'm literally at what time it is? It's 10:02, and I am at 9:22 in the comments. So sorry, sorry to me running my mouth because y'all know I got the gift of gab, baby, and I can listen. I'm not one of those bloggers or CCs who just hold the mic, baby. I talk. I give y'all an earful. Because I had somebody who told me, You be talking too much. I'm like, ain't that what you supposed to do? On especially on a live stream. Would you prefer me shutting up? Would you prefer me not saying nothing? Or did you come here to hear me speak? Because I'm confused. When she said that, I couldn't even comment back. I was like, ain't no way she told me I'd be talking too much on the live. But she did. But that was a troll. They say stuff like that, I think, to get me out of character or to see what I'm going to say in response. Because I was like, she can't be serious. Live streams were created to dialogue, baby. What you want to see me twerk? These people are crazy, bruh. And she be acting like her and that lady is cool. Child, listen. That lady ain't cool with her. We are women. If you a woman, you know what time it is. Like you don't even need to see certain things to know what time it is when you a woman. What woman y'all know in her right mind gonna be cool with a woman that she know? Y'all think about what the tea came straight from Laonia's mouth. Think about what she said in that video when she said when she showed up to that lady house. She said his house, but that's that lady house, baby. Y'all know what it is. That's that lady. That's his wife house. And I ain't saying they ain't bought the house together. I'm just saying, you know the way I'm saying it. If you know, you know. That's that lady house. Okay? When you showed up to that lady house and you said he sick pit bulls on you and them, well, she said them cheering, but it was really on her, to be honest. To prove to his wife that my cheering wasn't his. So what does that tell y'all? Why would a man need to do that if kids were conceived before that woman? Why would a woman, why would a man go out of his way as far as bringing a pit bull to the door to prove to his wife that some kids ain't his if those kids came before her? Somebody help me out. Help me out. Listen, listen. Because what's before you is before you. It shouldn't be no sweat. It shouldn't be no problem. Shouldn't be no issue, baby. What we had was before you, unless what we had was in the midst of you, or you know, uh, uh, how can I say this? Unintentional poly, unknown. I'm in the unknown. We in a poly relationship, but I'm in the unknown. Because you know they like to judge poly, but at least those women agreeing to it. It's a lot of y'all in poly and y'all don't even know about it. I think I'd rather know than not know, baby. Because at least when you know, and you can do something about it. Like, no, you can decide whether you want to be in it or not. When you in the unknown, that's not helping you. That ain't helping me. Who's this? Oh, like, come on now. But she said that. And before she said that, she said, um, what did she say? Before she said he tried to stick the pit bulls to prove that to prove to his wife that my kids weren't his. Before she said that, she also said, I'm at the house and he's telling me he wanna be with me, but we're not because he's married. How you go from, and that's why I say you gotta pay attention to what people say. Because a lot of times when people are lying and they're telling a story dramatically, they'll say they'll say certain things that can, in the same sentence, might I add, that can literally contradict the whole story. How we go from he's telling me he wanna be with me, but we're not because he's married, to he tried to sick pit bulls on the kids to prove to his wife that the kids wasn't his. All in the same story. Same sentence, might I add. I'm confused. I ain't never heard of a man switching up that quick. So he wanted to be with you in the beginning of the story, and then at the end, he sick pit bulls. Baby, you gotta have a strong hatred for somebody to do something like that. That's some crazy work, child. Hold on, y'all. Let me call my son to warm my coffee. My bad, y'all. To call my baby, because he got that TV so loud in that doggone game. Here, warm mommy coffee. And don't slam my door. Okay, thank you. Like, hey, Shari. I remember Ari said she was mad because he married someone else. Yep. And you know what? That's why I say, y'all, it's certain things you really got to pay attention to. And I'm that type of person. I pay attention to key details because those details tell a lot. RH knew that was a TRIGGER point for her. That's why he said it in an argument. That's why he said it. That man went and married someone else, and that's why you mad. Because it had to have been something that was going on or something that probably was said before in arguments that would even make RH say that to her. Because who tells that to their wife? I feel like he had reason to say that. Because you know what? She probably uses the baby daddy or would use the baby daddy to make him mad. So that's what RH will respond with. Prime example. Think about that argument in particular with the adoption situation. She said in that situation, uh, their dad been there. No, she said their dad good. Their dad good. And RH was like, he ain't good. He ain't good. That's why you mad. Like you telling a man that you got taking care of your kids with somebody else that their dad is good. Like it makes sense. He can't be too good if I gotta do all the work and hold the bills. He can't be too good, baby. Like make it make sense. Hold on, y'all. Put him in his cage too. Hold on, y'all. Let me put my French in. Ooh, I'm back, y'all. My bad. Because my son be acting like he's scared of the Frenchie when it's time to put him in his cage. Like, how you scared of him? He's so friendly and don't do nothing. He don't snap at the kids or nothing. He literally grew up with them. But I used to get in his modes where he want to go sit on the side of his cage instead of going in. Anyways, like I was saying, yeah, y'all. So think about it. Like, it's crazy because she was saying in an argument, you gotta pay attention when, and that's even for anybody. Pay attention to what people say when y'all arguing, when y'all mad, when it's intense because a lot of times they'll tell you how they really feel about you. When they mad, they'll tell, and that's why I always say, you want to know how a person really feel? Make them mad. Make them mad. Because when a person genuinely cares about you, when the love is real, it don't matter if you mad, happy, glad, or sad, baby. The feelings ain't gonna change. You ain't gonna say something to hurt me just because you mad, because you still love me regardless if you mad at me, right? The love should still be there, even though we angry. No, like we ain't doing that. And that's one of the things that I can say about my fiance because we was friends first. And one of the things that I told him is I'm real big on consistency. And even when we mad at each other, we still love each other. We still gonna love on each other. I'm still gonna put my feet on you. You still gonna put your feet on me. We in the bed. Like we gotta keep it the same way because there's no way your feelings for me completely change just because you in a heated moment where you just a little upset. Like, come on now, child, make that make sense. Ain't no way. You say I believe 50% out of 100% he's mad with RH because he divorced Lonnie and now he has to step in and be a part-time father. And you know what? I kind of thought about that too, Fee, because it's like, why? Where is this anger and aggression coming from? It's really given that he praised these men while they are, he's on hush mode while they're with her. Well, one, he don't want to tiss her off because he know she gonna rock for whoever she with be. She gonna rock for that person. Um, he don't want to tiss her off, and he knows that 9 times out of 10, if a man is with the woman, then he has to take on that responsibility of her baggage, even though Janashos ain't taking on that responsibility. That's a given. We all can see what's going on, child. I let y'all hear the audio from Queen Fee's live the other day when she said because she was tired of them trolls coming in her chat. And y'all know for Queen Fee to say that, and she was one of Laonia's biggest supporters, and she still support her. But she was tired of them coming in the chat and talking about minuscule, small things or about the ex-husband who's no longer in the picture. All they have to do is co-parent. He not in that house no more. And when you an abuse victim, it's a little more personal because it's like you know how it is, especially when kids are involved. And that's why I think she said that because she got to the point where it's like y'all so worried about the ex, but they're not being protected currently. And it's like people keep letting that go over their heads. The girl came out here and said for herself that this man is abusive. Oh, hold on, y'all. Hold on. Yeah, she came out here and said for herself what it was. So just because they got back together, he's no longer abusive? Like, come on now. People gotta really make it make sense. People got to really make it make sense. And like I said before, the only difference is they have their moments. It's cycles. It's cycles where it's bad, it's good, and then it's also where it can be really bad or be really good. And I think that because they had those babies, now they're in a cycle where it's really good. And she's trying to hold on to that. She's trying to hold on to that. But I wouldn't be surprised, and y'all shouldn't be either, if he's done something already to show signs that he's still the same person. Because a tiger never changes his stripes, baby. That man got a lot of built up aggression and trauma, childhood trauma. Keep the play. We seen messages of them talking about the parents being addicts and this and that, child. So, it's a lot of trauma there. He didn't even make posts himself about certain things from his childhood. And not to mention, y'all remember he did that live uh sub and RH and this and that. Everything's green. It's green. Green light. Green light. You don't want the other side to come out. They call him J Black. His alter ego. And she done came out here herself and said that he has an alter ego called J Black. She said, I don't know if it was when he drink, he's a different person or whatever. But people better pay attention. Let me see. Um, yeah, people better pay attention, y'all, because that good cycle only lasts so long. And if you've been in a situation like that, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. So only thing I could say is the ones who enable that situation or who sweep certain things under the rug or turn a blind eye, just be prepared. Just be prepared because at some point you're gonna have to say something. Especially when you're dealing with a very impulsive person who likes to put their business on social media. Keep in mind she tried to monetize her exposing Janosh. And when I say she tried to monetize it, she did it as if it was a story time. She went from platform to platform posting things about that exposure. When she posted it on, hold on, I'm gonna tell y'all, because I got the screenshot. Fed up. Let's just put that. She said, where is it though? Um, maybe if I put when a woman's fed up. Hold on, y'all. When a woman's fed up. Oh, where is it? But she made a post whenever she came out to expose the nostrils. She posted on her not Instagram, on her YouTube, and the caption was "When a Woman's Fed Up, Part One." And then you had Part Two, and then on TikTok it was a story time. So she wanted to use that situation to capitalize off of it. And when people do stuff like that, that should let you know that it's no genuity in the midst of it. Like it's not it's fake outrage. And we know she's a fake outrager based on, 1 minute is DV is serious, is this, is that, I'm gonna help battered women, and the next minute it's babe, you want some food? Yes. You hungry? Yes. And y'all right back up and he got you folded like a pretzel, laughing about it. So I just don't get it, y'all. Like, that's some crazy work. That's some crazy work, but that right there showed that it's always been a plot. It's always been a motive. We found out from Tasha K that it was a plot to capitalize off of DV with RH. And then boom, present day, it was the same thing with Janashville. But I don't think she thought that they were going to get back together. She probably thought, hey, this is the end of it. Because it was also something that she said, that's how I move on for good. When I really want to be done with a person, I expose them. I put it out there to force myself to move on. but you're still with this man, present day. Y'all got back together. So clearly the exposure wasn't for moving on purposes, is what I'm trying to say, y'all. So it's like what? It's all about money. And we all know that when you dealing with very sensitive topics, DV being one, even though it's not to be played with, people still play with it. Hence this situation. Because we've seen the toxicity. We've seen moments where it was taken serious and we've seen moments where it was a joke. And it's definitely a joke within this sector. People don't take DV serious in this sector. Not the way the outrage is selective and then people laughing about certain situations or still dragging the ex-husband who's no longer in the picture, but letting the new boyfriend slide because they chose to get back together. So we gonna just sweep his abuse under the rug. We ain't gonna say nothing about that, right? Because they're together. But we gonna still drag the ex-husband for what was lied about, might I add. Because we done heard the true feelings of a whole lot of people, even people on her side, intentionally and unintentionally. Okay? So that's what I'm like, oh child. Listen, listen, baby. Hey Miss Mary Flowers, Lero. Hey my 2 cents. Hey Latrice, Sugar Pop in the building, Miss E. Teaaaaa. Hey Krista. You say yes, minor passports expire every 5 years. Huh. That's crazy. Well, maybe she did that because she wanted some type of outrage. Because look what happened. And that's why I say that was a gaslighting post, y'all. That post was created to give. And you see, that's what pisses me off about the people in the comments because they don't see things like that. They don't see things like that as being gaslighting or manipulative or trolling or subliminal. They don't see it as being that. It's, oh, she's not bothering him. So we're going to act like the post that was made about the passports and, oh, I just want to take my kids out the country and make sure they have a really good summer. And I just want to be a great mother and bring them out the country. So how can I go around? Is there a way that the courts can, you know, force this person to sign the passport? That is letting us know that one of the baby fathers is not signing the passport. He's being quote unquote difficult. That's what that post was for. The ones who got it, got it. The ones who didn't. And then guess what happens next? Oh, so now we're going to go and harass this man in his comments because he's being a bitter baby daddy. He's not signing the passport. So we're going to harass him in his comments and disrespect him. We're going to defame him and all of that. So it's things like that. Or the post that she done posted for the fourth time, child, dancing to Anaya Lamise about the sugar daddy. If you know the lyrics, you know. And then the caption she wrote, basically letting everyone know I'm still thinking about that shrimp because that's what it gave, if you ask me. Because why are we still, why? First of all, you didn't posted it like 3 times already since the saga had started. How many times you gotta let us know you was dissatisfied, allegedly? Because I don't believe that. If anything, I believe you missing it. You can't tell me a woman ain't missing that old thing when they gotta keep telling people it wasn't good. Oh, it wasn't, baby. It speaks for itself. If it's not good, let the next woman have it. You don't have to tell it ain't good because she's gonna see for herself, right? Especially when you in a whole new relationship. Why? Who discussed the sex or what it was when they're in a whole new relationship? You shouldn't be talking about it whether the sex was good or bad. Because that's letting me, if I'm your man, that's letting me know that it's on your mind. Follow me, y'all. I'm going somewhere. Like, why is that even? And like I said, the post didn't been made. If you look back, you will see that she didn't posted that like 3 or 4 times. The very same thing. She just switched the words up a little bit in the caption. What's the purpose? But they don't see that though. They don't see that. And then you got everybody in the comments say, "Ooh, girl, yes, you in the group chat now, girl. Welcome to the Big Zick group chat, girl. Welcome to the Good Sex group chat, girl. We know RH wasn't working when they get away from Shrimpville. Welcome to Lobster Zick." Like, that was a little extra, but listen, y'all. We done with Shrimpville. Welcome to Lobsterville. Like, come on now. Why do we need to know that every year? Since 2022, we in 2025. Why do we need to know? Why do we have to bring that post back every year so we can know again that you're finally, because here's the thing, you told us about it at the end of 2022, you posted that, then 23, then 24, and now 2025, right? I think we got it the first time. You was dissatisfied. You said you never climaxed the entire marriage. You said now you can actually feel it. Bump the fact that you married this man twice, not just married him, you paid for everything for the wedding. I wish I would. I don't care how much I love a man. We are only human at the end of the day. Ain't no way I'm going to remarry a man. And the SEX ain't a tad bit satisfactional. It's no way, y'all. Women can say all they want. Oh, I'll stay. My son just texted me back. Hold on. I don't even heard of that restaurant before. Women can say all day long that they'll love a man even if the SEX is bad. But listen, listen now. Everything else better be phenomenal. Do you hear me? I'm sorry. Because that's a problem. That is a problem. But baby, you was cutting up too hard. I know I ain't the only one who remember this girl literally clapping back at all of this man's supporters in the comments for telling him he fine, like giving him a compliment. Like she will go so hard for somebody who got waxed. Sex. Like hmm, I know they talking about you in the group chat behind your back. Cause ain't no way, champ, ain't no way. I don't even know how a man with a toddler or a shrimp with some bad sex can even make a child. Like, which it don't take much to make a child, but hmm, hmm, hmm. I'm confused, y'all. Hey, Miss 903, you say they good for 10 years? Oh, I didn't know that. I did not know that. Gemini rising. What's up, my love? We need to say U.S. passports for adults age 16 or older are valid for 10 years, while passports for children under 16 are valid for 5. Wow. Wow. It can take it can take a village all day long, but ain't nobody else touching my child. Big facts. Big facts. Hey, Healing Hearts. Hey, Latrice. You say John not into her like that because a real man not going to let his girl that he's into dress and act like that. She just be treating with her Baby daddy, shaking my head. Well, that could be true. That could be true. Not as far as I don't agree with the dressing because some men don't care. It's a lot of men who like they woman to dress actually because they want to feel envied by other men. Like, yeah, my woman look good, but you can't have her. But I do agree with the part where you said, um, based on how she acts, and I can say that it was chatter about the back and forth with her and RH on social media. He didn't like that, and that's why he was doing his thing. That's why he was doing what he do. And prime example, think about the text message, y'all, where he stated when he was explaining why he did what he did with Pretty Bree. He said in the text message, um, I had I had your ish on my brain, you and your husband ish, y'all back and forth. Then my ish, I got drunk and I let her ish you see her. So what that tell you? Thank you, Miss Mary, for the super chat blessing, my love. I appreciate you, my girl. Hey, A Stove. You say he is watching. All of a sudden, people are sending him stuff. Child, they might be sending him stuff here and there, but he definitely watching. He's dead because some of the posts is old. If you pay attention, y'all, some of those posts is old posts. You going back and looking for that. You're going look for it because there was a post that he posted a few days ago, and I was like, dang, he went back for that one. Like, why are you going to look for stuff? But like I said, we gonna chill on him because he's going to set himself up. He's the hole he's digging. He gonna fall in. Why? Mark my words, y'all. Because some people switching up. They catching on. The only ones that's in agreement with him is the ones that hate RH. That's it. That's it. But when things start to become a pattern of negativity and you're supposed to be promoting positivity, you came on here as a Bible thumper, promoting positivity and gathering sheep to bring to Christ, right? But yet, all of your posts have turned into uh another man. But anyways, listen. Why should I tell y'all? Hey, Erin. Hey, Miss Ramona. You say he probably didn't graduate since he can't spell or type right. Whew. Listen, it ain't nothing to go get a little GED, baby. Okay, ain't nothing to go get it. Now Kevin is fire, babe. CP will be embarrassed. Listen, that live Kevin did, y'all. Pressure, pressure. If you into that type of stuff, breaking down the Bible and um the becoming and how things were created, he did a live. Kevin did a live today. I shared it on my community wall. Are the Israelites a historical people? Y'all might want to check that one out. It was real good too. It was real good. That's how you teach, baby. That's how you break it down for the uneducated. And when I say uneducated, I'm not meaning um about everything about religion. Uneducated on religion. That's how you break it down for some the people who are confused or don't know everything as far as the Bible is concerned and the ins and outs and how things came about, the history of it. That's how you teach the proper way. You don't teach by going grab a screenshot off of another man's page, posting it on your page, and then throwing a scripture without spell checking first. That's not teaching or schooling or whipping. That's ridiculousness. Peapod said that. Not Rick, not ridiculous. It's ridiculous. No, like come on now. You want respect, you gotta give it. You gotta give it. And all I'm saying is, y'all, if he would approach this differently, he would be getting way more respect than what's going on right now. A lot of people lost respect for him or don't have none for him because of his angle and how he came about and did things. You said nothing. You are literally talking to people who watch the play, watch the show. Because this is a show at this point. It was very, very, I feel like, important moments where a biological dad was needed and wasn't there. And it was publicized. Just like that bullying situation with the youngest son, where RH was on, they were on national news. Well, not national, but y'all know. They was on the news. And they had your son named up there as Isaiah Hampton. And they had, because they showed the captions and the labels and stuff. It showed like the names and whatever else, the news name. It said Robert Hampton, father of Isaiah Hampton. So it's like, come on now. You trying to fool people into believing. My bad, y'all. My For some reason, my little Yorkie at nighttime, when I put ice in here, when I put ice in the house, she start going crazy with that barking. But it was moments like that where he was needed and he wasn't there. That's what I feel like makes a lot of people believe that he's more so upset at the fact that RH is no longer in the picture because RH did everything. He did everything. He took him for haircuts. He took him shopping. He showed him how to cut grass, how to play basketball. He did all of that to where the biological dad didn't have to do nothing but see him every blue moon. Probably when they went over there by Walt in NC. That's probably how he was able to sneak and see him. Because if the husband didn't know that you were seeing your kids, that speaks volumes. The fact that two biological parents have to hide uh visits from a non-biological parent is diabolical. I wish I would. Tell me what kind of sense does that make? Oh, you didn't know he was doing for his kids because we hid it from you because you was insecure. Why would he be insecure about a man who was not there? I'm confusion. Anybody else confusion? And for the ones in the back, I know it's confused. It's just a little play on words, baby. It ain't that deep, okay? Because y'all know how they do. But to say they had to hide their co-parenting from RH because he was insecure is diabolical. I would never, and I don't know no man would be that insecure to where I'm so insecure, I'm not gonna let you take care of your kids. Three of them might add. That's a lot. I'm so insecure, baby. I want to take care of your kids without you in the picture. Okay? Please tell me what kind of sense does that make? Like I what? The only reason why I would even think that a mother would have to hide that is because of the seeds that were planted initially and then a change of heart happened without the husband being aware. What y'all think? That makes more sense, right? Let me plant all these bad seeds and tell my husband how much this man has hurt me, how much he has hurt my kids, all of the abuse, the lack thereof, the lack of showing up, stepping up. Let me plant those seeds to my husband because in all actuality, when a wife tells her husband things like that and things that affect her in a negative manner or make her sad, it makes the husband want to step up even more. It's all good, baby. Y'all don't need him anyways. Y'all got me. That's all right. Y'all got me. You know, y'all, you and the kids, y'all got me. You don't need that ninja. So I'm laughing, y'all, but y'all know I gotta make it a little entertaining. Y'all don't need him, y'all got me. Because that's what a real man gonna say. It's a y'all. I don't know. Some women not used to that. You know, they're not used to a real man stepping in that knows that when he step in, he has to accept you and what you come with. So a real man gonna say whether he do or not, I got y'all. Not you, but y'all. That's the difference between RH and Janashville. Well, RH is I got y'all. What Janashville is I got you. What child? Not even you. I got me, and I need you to have me too. I had said that wrong. So, poor child. I had said that wrong, y'all. But yeah, like that's the difference. And when you plant certain seeds with your husband, they grow and they grow even more over time. And I literally broke, if y'all remember, I broke all of this down. Whenever it was stated that they hid the co-parenting situation or the fact that he came back into the kid's life from RH because he was so jealous and insecure, I broke all of that down. I broke all that down because I don't believe that. What I believe is that seeds were planted, negative seeds, because those kids were calling RH daddy the very first week they met him. She had them call this y'all new daddy. So when you plant those seeds and you know you're not getting help from the trauma that you experienced in your childhood or in past relationships, you express that trauma to the new man because you know the new man comes in as Captain Saver at RH. You know he was so good. He was ready to marry. He made her an honest woman in 3 months, 3 to 5 months, child. If that don't speak to his character, I don't know what does. Because it ain't too many men that's gonna come through in the clutch like that. Especially getting married within those 3 months. That's crazy. Okay. But those negative seeds were planted and that's all he had to go off of. So of course he's gonna hold some type of disdain for this man or some type of anger towards this man when he finally comes out of the shadows, child, or out of hibernation. Of course, because of the seeds she planted. They were all bad things. She had nothing good to say about the first baby daddy when she was with her husband. So that automatically, when you constantly hearing about the hurt and you all you want is love and good things for your wife, all you want to see is her be happy, and she's telling you about the pain that she experienced in a past relationship, you go into protect mode. You go into husband mode, daddy mode. You go into those modes because you know as a husband it's your job to protect your wife physically and protect her heart. So of course he's not gonna have no love or none of that for the first baby daddy. It ain't jealousy, it ain't envy, it ain't insecurity. It's because of your seeds that you planted. You never told RH nothing good about this man. So he went off of what he knew. And when you hiding things from your husband and doing things in secrecy, because for all we know, she could have been conversating with the first baby daddy without her husband knowing and still telling her husband he ain't ish. For all we know. So make it make sense. I'm not buying that, oh, he was jealous and insecure, y'all. That don't even make sense. Like what? And even if he was, because it's human nature for some type of insecurity or question mark to pop up when a ninja come from out of nowhere who you've been, let's say this ninja popped up out of nowhere, y'all. And for years you've been telling me he ain't ish, and now all of a sudden y'all buddy buddy. Y'all done made a whole reconnection behind my back. It's human nature for that person to have some type of ill feelings towards that. Because all I've ever heard was negative things about him. And now all of a sudden y'all cool. When did y'all get back cool? Like, did I miss this McDonald's link up conversation? Tea, coffee. Did I miss that sit down? Because I'm your husband. Because that's what it was given. Even saying you was calling your baby daddy to talk about you and your husband's marriage, marital issues. Who does that? First of all, who calls a former abuser to tell them anything? Like what? So I'm gonna call the man who used to do this and that to me and sick pit bulls and made me BLEED while I was pregnant with his son and all of these things. I'm gonna call him for marital advice. Okay, I ain't got nobody else that I can call, that I confide in, that I can trust. I'm gonna call my first baby dad. That's what I'm gonna call about my marriage, child. And then he tell me, make it work. Stay in the marriage. Counsel I gave her. Make it work. Stay in your marriage. Listen, y'all. Something, something just ain't right. Let me try to catch up with y'all in these comments, child, because I know y'all going crazy. You say y'all and both of them like to mass reproduce. Hey, D Ham, what's up, broski? I'm just seeing you at 9:39. Oh, Lord, it's 10:50. Lord have mercy, I'm so behind. Hey, Miss Anita, you say the devil know the Bible too? Okay. Hey, Miss Shawnee, shout out to her. Whoever wrote that comment, whoever wrote that comment, ago. What comment, y'all? Oh, y'all talking about on under see people. That was our girl, Miss Flo. Shout out to Miss Flo B. Y'all know she be in the chat. Hey, CS, that's our girl. She ain't in here tonight. She don't normally be in here when I go live if it's late. Um, but y'all know Miss Flo. She wrote that. She gave them a whole word. You gotta stop playing with people, especially people who know that Bible in and out, baby. You ain't fooling the righteous, okay? You ain't fooling. You ain't fooling the old school that really know that Bible. You can fool them youngsters. You can fool the wannabe fool, okay? Other than that, no. Hey, Miss Angela Dickerson, I'm forever chosen in the building. Yeah, she said a word, y'all. Thank you, my two sister. You say if she had told him that, he would have told her to bring his kids until she got herself together. Exactly. A real man, though. You know, we got to add that too. Hey, Miss Linda, a real man. If you tell a real man, a man that really cares, because now it makes us question, do you really care about your children and the well being? Because if your baby mama comes to you, you are doing her a disservice if she's telling you about a Bruce and you tell her to stay in it. But I think she thought she was eating when she you know made that phone call on her live, but it actually worked. It didn't work in her favor. It worked in RH's favor because nobody in their right mind gonna advise their baby mama of something like that, married or not. Ain't nowhere in the Bible do you does it say you stay in your marriage if you getting your head put between a washer and a dryer, baby. I ain't never seen that in the Bible. That you allow a man to put hands and feet on you because y'all married. Like what? And he should know better. But that's how you know it was Cap City, y'all. She probably was calling him about their arguments. Because another thing, too, think about when this is another thing that I feel like my fellow survivors and victims should know. When you dealing with a domestic situation, and we're gonna soon wrap it up, y'all, because we almost hit on 2 hours. When you dealing with a domestic situation, before I say this, I need 5 new members. Y'all know I didn't started this since I've been going live. This is something so I can get. I try to hit my goal at least with the memberships. Okay, so if I have anybody in here that want to see the tea, all the good content, you got to get a membership. So mods, lock the doors, and my Marvin Sapp boys, don't let nobody out. I need 5 new members before we jump off here, y'all. Come on now, y'all. Help your girl out. Help your girl out. 5 new members. That's all I ask. Okay. 1, 2, 3, go. Okay. What was I saying? Hold up. I hope I ain't forgot. Dang, I done lost it just that fast, y'all. Somebody help me. That's all the next way with the together. I done forgot that fast what I was saying. It's gonna come back to me though. That's one thing. It always come back to me, y'all. Bear with me. Hey, Queen Fee, I didn't even see you was in here. Y'all, I'm so sorry. But y'all got to give me credit because I have been doing better with my comments. But I feel like because this is it's chat is was supposed to be a chat participation. But y'all know once I start talking, I try to keep my mouth by the mic so it ain't going in and out. And when I do that, I'm not looking at the screen because my mic is on the side of me and not in the front, which I should put it in the front. That's what I might do. I might move it to the front. I don't know why I didn't think about that before. But I have one of those mics that extends so I can move the arm to different places. Hey, Audra. But I did not see Queen Fee was in here. Hey, girl. Hey, Harmony, sister. I didn't see you either. I'm so sorry, y'all. Pretty green eyes. All of the queens in the building. Shout out to y'all. Come and check out y'all, girl. Sleepy was asleep for 6 years because RH substituted his child support. Now RH gone, so he's fair game to sleep. Oh, yep. Thank you for that because it brought it back to my mind. So if y'all remember, there was a point on that interview. I cannot remember the exact interview, y'all. But it was with a bunch of women. Y'all remember that interview she did when she was on her DV campaign? And it was with a bunch of women, right? And she was saying how, because she started crying in that moment, and she was saying how people keep saying, why didn't you call the police, or why didn't you make him leave? And she was like, I did, I tried. I called police. The police got called a bunch of times, but every time I called the police, they would always say, well, because y'all married, y'all have to go in separate rooms. And she said, and then when what they don't know is when they leave, that muff is back right back at it again. So when she said that, I'm like, hold up. In my Kevin Hart voice, wait a minute, wait a minute. You ain't gonna speed past that like you ain't just say what you just said. Okay. Anybody who's ever been in a physical, because they not gonna arrest you for you calling somebody the B word. Okay? We all know that. They don't arrest you for verbal. Anybody who's ever been in a physically abusive situation knows that it does not marry. It does not matter if you are married or not. If it's a physical domestic situation, it ain't no y'all go in separate rooms until y'all calm down. It's you put hands, you coming to jail. You put hands, you coming to jail. Y'all both put hands, I'm taking both of y'all to jail. But somebody going to jail when it's physical. So it's clear that if she did call 911 in any situation, it wasn't physical. Because if it was, that man would have been arrested for DV, because they don't play about domestic V at all. They do not, especially when you marry. When kids involved, they don't, y'all, they do not play about that. Child, you could have you know how somebody pull on your shirt? I know for sure in Louisiana they don't play about it. You like if somebody pull on your shirt, tug on your shirt, and it give like somebody been tugging on your shirt, you're going to jail. Okay? It ain't no, oh, y'all married, go in separate rooms, tell y'all calm down. No. That right there was a red flag for me also. Cause ain't no way. Ain't no way. The way she was crying and expressing it, she was like, let me see if I can do it. Hold up. Let me get my acting bag, like Janash would say. Hold up, y'all. Let me get in it. Let me get in character. She's like, and I've called the cops plenty of times. And just know when they leave, this motherfucker is right back at it again. And every time I call, they say, well, because y'all married, go in separate rooms until y'all calm down. But when they leave, this motherfucker's right back at it again. I said, I know she lying. I know she lying. So you called the cops plenty of times. And every time you call, they said go in a separate room until y'all calm down. Well, that sounds like a heated argument to me. And not to mention, let's take it just a little step further, y'all. Because it's a receipt. I can pull that one up. Hold up. I know exactly what I want at. This was posted in the beginning. Let me see. Hold up. This was posted early on. Where is it? Hold up, y'all. And I feel like a lot of people, it's a lot of things that was posted where I feel like people kind of let it go over their heads. Let me see where is that receipt. It might be in my other folder. Hold up. Okay. She posted this on Instagram. This was early on in the saga. And she said it was a video, though. It was a video. It was an audio because they were fussing and cussing back and forth, right? She posted the audio of them having a verbal altercation. And she captioned it over and said, "This is the abuse I was talking about for 6 years. Emotional and mentally draining dating. The house was in my name. He couldn't get a place because of the eviction. He finally got approved after paying double deposit and rent. He says I didn't help him through his cancer journey. I'm such a bad wife and a liar, but he would never leave. Never. So why do y'all think I called the police? He would never leave." Right? Nowhere in that statement did it say I called the police because he was abusing me. But the way she portrayed it on that interview, because she said 6 years of gaslighting, 6 years of being drugged and uh CHOKED and drug across the floor and all of that. That when you say 6 years of that, that's indicative of it being physical, ma'am. That so when people say you lied, that's what they're referring to. You can't do that. You can't say that. That's what you call a manipulated truth. Now you might have feel like you went through 6 years of gaslighting. We can't really take that from you. Because RH could also say he went through 6 years of gaslighting on behalf of you or at the hand of you. He could say that too. He could also say he went through 6 years of verbal abuse at the hand of you, mental, emotional, psychological. He could say all of those things just as well as you can because of when we look at the receipts, it's on both ends, right? We heard verbal abuse on both ends. mental abuse on both ends. Y'all had a toxic marriage, but you portrayed it to be a physically abusive situation that you, quote unquote, got out of. And I can help you get out too, ladies. You went on DV campaign. That's crazy, yo. Like, that is crazy work. And now, even the audio that she posted in the beginning that mysteriously got deleted because when she was recording him, y'all, he was unaware that he was being recorded, right? So when she posted it, she didn't realize that it made her look guilty. So she deleted it, but some people caught it. I'm one of those people where he was on audio saying, and mind you, he did not know he was being recorded. You gonna let these people keep believing I'm a woman bee, Eater. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And she said no, and he said you're gonna. He repeated, you're gonna keep letting these people believe I'm a woman. And she said no, I'll address it when you stop lying. So when she said when you stop lying, she was referring to the tote situation. She wanted him to admit to hitting her with the tote. Why would he admit to that? Because she needed him to admit to that. But in order for her narrative to be believable and to be a fact, she needed him to say that I hit you with that toe, which contributed to the finger sprain that was not broken with the fake doctor note, with all the misspelled words. And anybody that knows how it works in a doctor's office, because you got people still out here saying she had doctor's notes, she had police reports. Child, y'all don't even know. If y'all knew, if you know, you know. Because we didn't broke all of that down. There is no hospital anywhere that's going to put a displaced fracture at the hand of intimate partner abuse. They listen, y'all. I can't even believe people even took that and ran with it. And whoever thought of that and typed that up to make they did that to put that stank on it. Like, ooh, if the hospital say this, then we gonna know for sure it's real. But that's when you working with dummies, okay? Because only a dummy would put that on a hospital note. Baby, that's a lawsuit. You cannot put that on a hospital note. A doctor cannot put that. You know why? They didn't witness it. Unless you in the hospital fighting and somebody break your nose in front of the doctor, he cannot put such and such fracture due to intimate partner abuse. Oh my god. You will never see that. You can tell them that's what happened, and then they'll move according or proceed accordingly. And they have a justice to not a justice child. They are supposed to notify the authorities if you come in the hospital busted and disgusted due to physical abuse. You know, they're supposed to notify the authorities. But as far as a hospital summary, because that's what we call them here, they don't put that, baby. They don't put that. And I wish I could find my old hospital stuff to show as proof. They don't put that. Because I didn't been in the hospital before with a broken nose. And I guarantee you, the doctor ain't put nowhere on the summary that patient is here with a broken nose or a fractured nose due to intimate partner V or B. I mean, or Bruce. They don't put that. They're not supposed to put that. They only put the medical terms of the situation, and that's it. That's it. And they give you instructions, whatever, whatever. Do this, take this. They put what the doctor seen you for specifically, the diagnosis, the instructions, the follow up, and a prescription if they give you one. That's what's included in the summary. So when they not only did they put that, they put it twice and misspelled. They didn't space it out. I was like, I know they did. They had to hurry up and type some ish up because people were questioning that CVS bandage. One minute it was on this hand, the next minute it was on that hand. Some people ain't crazy, y'all. But anyways, this was a good deep dive, y'all. We need to do more deep dives like this. We need to do more deep dives. Shout out to my two because make sure y'all go watch my two's live. That's my sister that's on the screen. So she broke it down. She actually played some of the base interview a little earlier. She went live before me and kind of broke the situation down. And I also joined her panel for a few. I didn't stay on long, but I joined it for a few, y'all. So make sure y'all go follow and check out her live stream because she does really good breakdowns of the saga also. Hey, the soul of a woman. What's up, my love? If you still in here, because y'all know I'm late. Look, I didn't even see Queen Fee was still in here. Wait, Queen Fee might not be in here no more because I think she went live to say she said they don't want to talk about real abuse, just the fake abuse. Exactly. Y'all, I'm so sorry I wasn't paying attention to the comments, y'all. And y'all know I've been doing really good with the comments. Even when we got 500 people in here, I still been keeping up because I be skipping through because I can't read them all. That's impossible. But I try to skip through, especially the ones where y'all talking amongst each other in the chat. I skip those. But that's true. They don't want to talk about that. And that's the most sad and disheartening part of it all. And I was saying this in my tools live earlier. I respect the person who comes out and says, um, okay, RH did this, but Bree did this also. That's the one I respect. Not the one who's pointing the fingers and saying, RH did this, he did this, he did this, he did this, he did that. So we gonna just act like we ain't seeing what she's doing. So y'all gonna call him unhinged because he's responding to what's being said about him or what's being, bruh. This is why I feel like it's hard. You really can't judge in this situation because if you ain't been in his shoes, you got people telling him to shut up. You got people telling him he need to stop. He's unhinged. He's crazy. Get over it. When this man has been taking blow after blow after blow after blow, and literally something it took 15 years to build just went down the drain within what 6 months, and y'all want him to get over that? Is y'all crazy? Y'all lucky he ain't did more than that. Cause I would have came on here and showed my whole entire yellow tattooed ass. Okay, had I would have I ain't had to give all them details, but listen, had I would have been in his shoes, listen, y'all would have been calling me more than unhinged, okay? This ain't no way. This man been doing this for over 15 years. Like, come on now. You can't tell somebody how to get over something that's still affecting them to this day. He's still being affected by the blows of that DV live. Y'all gotta chill. If you don't want to see him talk about it or express himself, don't go on his page. Hold on, y'all. Let me go open the door. All right, my bad, y'all. Oh, I was supposed to been get off, child. Thank you, my Kathy, for the super chat blessing. You say hello, Lupac and Chad. Hope all is well with everyone. Listening from work. As always, I must come through, my girl, and show support to the realest true teller. Love you. Thank you. I appreciate the support always. You know that. Queen Fee say, me too. I wonder what they gonna say and do when they have the proof. Exactly. Because it's one, I don't even know if Queen Fee's still in here, child. Most of y'all probably didn't got out. But it's one thing, y'all, to, push things under the rug. But if you've been through it, and I know I have a lot of victims and survivors that support me that watch my live streams, we all know the cycles. We all know how it goes. Like I said earlier in the live, the bruisers have their good days and they have their bad days. And all it takes is that one thing to set them off. So when you're dealing with somebody, a public figure who's very public, might I add, too public sometimes, what if she was to come out here and something happens? Because I've seen a lot of women say, and this was in one of my last lives, that it has been situations where it took for their child to get involved or their child to be in the middle and something happened for them to leave. That happens a lot. And kids are involved in this situation. I definitely wouldn't want to be one of the ones on the side of covering it up or pushing it under the rug or ignoring it or whatever, because we all know you can't you can't believe the victim either when they're still in the situation. And the reason why I say that, y'all pay attention. You cannot believe, because I used to lie to my family and friends too. No, he's not doing this. He's not doing that. Because we all know when we're in it, we cover for them. We cover for them when we're in it. So when she come out here and say, "Oh, he did a 360, he's all good," keep in mind she said it before. The first time she came out here and exposed him, when they got back together, she said he changed. He did a 360. We working on it. And then she came back out and exposed even more. And I've been miserable my whole pregnancy. He's been my biggest stressor. The whole time she was telling us he was this, rubbing on her belly and talking to the babies. And then we had to find out when Mad Day came, he wasn't doing nothing. He was tripping or going into the doctor's office, differentiating between the babies, spitting and choking and this and that and this. So keep that in mind while y'all over there believing that he did a 360. That's what she said last time too. And I'm pretty sure that's what a lot of us said a time or two. Okay? So, hey, Miss Duncan, right, that's impossible, but it's no longer my business. And I don't blame you. You say that's why I latched on. God forbid something happens to WB, she gonna crash all the way out. Ooh, hey Lily, what's up, my love? Bad situation, y'all. Look, I continue to be you. Love listening to you talk. Thank you, my Kathy. Let me see, y'all. I'm trying to get to the bottom of these comments. Hey, spiritual butterfly. Sorry if I didn't acknowledge you, y'all, because I'm so behind. Thank you, Tanaya, my love. Hey, Empress E, baby. Wait, where we at? Since you know so much. Okay. Ooh, I love that name. Regardless, we know exactly what it is. Yep. I love that since you know so much. Y'all be coming up with some good handles, Bob. Y'all got some good handles. Hey, Miss Amanda. Let me see. Let me see. Hey, Vet. I don't want to miss nobody. Hey, down south. Let me see. I'm gonna do a part 2 to this live tomorrow, y'all. We're gonna do a part 2. We need 4 hours. Lock the doors. Hey, Jen. Thank you for the soup. You say, hey, Pac, you got me. Girl, you brings it. Thank you, my love. Hey, Ranita. Hey, Mom Zeus. No, you can still donate to it. It's not too late. It's not too late. You say, Pac, please, Pac, don't give her no ideas. We're pulling on the shirt. Listen, but the police gotta believe it. The police gotta believe it. That's the crazy part. Like, yo, they better wake up. It's so disheartening because it's a lot of older women that's in the midst of it. That's the most disheartening part of it all. Like it's one thing to be on that side and you're on that side because you was once in a situation and that's it made it personal for you. You latched on, but when you start seeing the wrong coming out of the situation, you start seeing the inconsistencies, the deceptiveness, the evilness, and all of this, the antagonizing. At some point, it's like you gotta wake up, baby. Wrong is wrong, and when you know it's wrong, we can argue all day long about who do this on a platform, who eat this way, who look that way, who this and who that and this. But our main objective, the main thing we came here for was a brute. That's it. That's all. Now it's completely up to you if you want to get so involved to where you talking about every single thing. I don't have that type of time. Okay, we're gonna talk about what really matters, and that's it. That's it. Because when you start going too deep, it's a little too invested, and I ain't got that type of time, y'all. Like, hey, Kiara, it just be too much. Like, I, and I said in the beginning of the slide, I said that a lot of this hate that this man is receiving is because of the lie. The lie. None of these women was worried about how he chewed, how he yawned, how his legs skinny, how his head looked, how he dressed, uh trying to make something that is not there when it comes to his child. None of them was putting stuff like that in his comments or in other people's comments before the DV live. So none of the hate is genuine. It's not genuine hate. You didn't feel this way before the ex-wife told the lie. And that's the crazy part. That's the crazy part because it's like so many people now know that she lied on that man and they still because you got so personally invested and you done seen and sat for so much of the bashing, you can't let it go. You can't let it go. I feel like he deserves a do over, a start over at this point. But the way social media works, baby, once you damage, you're damaged. And that's the most unfortunate part of it all, y'all. That's the most unfortunate part of it all. But, anyways, that's the end of this live, y'all. That's it for this dialogue. I love y'all. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Thank y'all for the blessings. It is greatly appreciated. Um, I will be back tomorrow. I do have a lunch date with my sisters tomorrow, but I think we're going early, so I'll be live tomorrow evening sometime, y'all. We can do a part two of this and just dialogue and breaking down some chain of events that happened or whatever. Because I enjoyed this one. I enjoyed this one. I enjoyed my twos live. Like I say, make sure y'all go check that one out. I think Queen Fee is live. If y'all want to go catch Queen Fee, I'll probably go watch a little bit of hers too. Because until my eyes start getting low, because they starting to get low now, child. I'm not a late person like that, y'all. Every blue moon, I'll stay up late. But other than that, I'll be. Anyways, I love y'all. I hope y'all enjoy the rest of y'all night, even though this night is almost over. We almost into Saturday, child. But I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye, y'all.
That goes by. People always ask me why black holes. Listen up, baby girl, shit, I'm about to let you know why I always gotta block hoes. Whoa, 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 whoa. They talking shit up in my comments. Yeah. They don't know, but I'm about to block them. Cause every day, I block hoes. They be being shady, yeah. Whoa, 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 whoa. Cause you know I block hoes, baby. In different area codes, baby. You never know, but I block